Hi everyone. So the lesson is decision making part 2, switch commands in Objective C. Let's dig into the lesson. We'll be using Xcode version 11.4.1 and Apple Developer Docs and API referencing. You need to have some knowledge about basic programming and make sure to complete the following lesson in this series, the following previous lesson, which is decision making part 1, if conditions, right? Make sure to complete this previous lesson before this. You'll be learning about switch command, and as usual it's going to be practical demonstration. So let's go and do the practical. So let's create the Xcode project for this. Create Xcode project, make sure select macOS command line tool, click next, and let's say this is example 1 under switch command. Make sure the language is Objective C, click next, and make sure you select a location of your choice, right, where you want to save this, right? Awesome. And say create. Okay, and go and click on the source code, and let's say example for switch, example for switch command, right? So just start typing the word switch, then you will get the switch statement, right? And press tab, right? Press the tab key so that it creates a skeleton code, right? So once again, just to show it to you again, just type switch and press the tab key from the keyboard. Okay, expression. So for example, let's say I got a variable called num x, right? And let's say I got a number in that. So as expression, you will be selecting the variable where you want to say compare, right? So it's x, and then the constant. So for example, if I want to check if the x value is 1, right? If the x value is 1, the constant is 1, and then the statements is what I want to perform if the x value is 1, right? So switch x meaning select x, or switch x means select x, and case 1 means in case the value of it is 1, what do I want to do? So just some simple exercise. I want to print and say 1 because it's 1, right? Just an example, right? Awesome. And then there's a break because once this case is done, you have to stop this switch, and then you break it. But if not, if it's case 2, meaning if the x value is, if the switch x, meaning if after selecting x, if the value is 2, let's say you want to print it as 2, and then once you are done, you have to break means it stops the switch from that point, right? Okay, case 3, that means if the x value is 3, okay, let's say I want to print 3, and default meaning after checking x values, if it's not any of these, if it's not 1 or 2 or 3, then it comes to the default, and I can just say, let's say some other number, right? Let's say this is some other number. It can be any number, right? Awesome, right? Let's run and see this. So just click the run button, and the output should come at the bottom. Okay, it says 2 because x value is 2, right? Awesome. So if I change the x value, let's say if x value is 4, it should say this is some other number. Awesome, right? So if I put 2, it would say it is 2, right? Great. And if I want to get this from the keyboard, I can just make it 0, and then as you are aware, you can say printf, enter a number, isn't it, right? Okay, let's put like this, and then to read it from the keyboard, it is scanf. Then you have to tell what type of number it is. So percentage d meaning it's an integer, and then you have to put a comma and give the memory address of x. So how to get the memory address of x? You have to say ampersand x. Awesome. So now this will read the number from the keyboard. See, now I can enter a number. If I enter 1, see it says 1. If I run the program again by clicking the run button, if I enter number 3, say it says 3. If I enter some other numbers, if I enter number 7, it says some other number. Awesome. So this is how we use a switch command to select a variable and compare its value, right? And print the data accordingly, right? So we did the practical demonstration about the switch command, right? And conclusion, you learn about the switch command. Okay, we didn't use Apple Developer Docs and the API for this, but let's use in the future lessons. Have a look at our other videos for practicals on Objective-C, and we are very excited to see you in our next lesson, and see you in the next lesson.